problem 8-23 from section 8.1.1. Find x if 2 raised to the p of x power equals 4 and p of x equals x squared minus 4x minus 3. Basically, we're going to be doing kind of substitution here to just plug the polynomial in for the exponent. So I have 2 raised to the p of x power, so raised to the x squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 4. So we need to solve this for x. So what we can do here is, I'd suggest just changing this 4 into 2 raised to the something power. So let's leave this side as it is. And if I change 4 into 2 squared, now I have the same base. And what we've seen slightly before, when I have the same base, I know the exponents must be the same. So this must be the same as this, right? If 2 to the something equals 2 to the something, if they're equal apparently, then that means the exponents need to be the same, because you're giving me the same value. So now I can say x squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 2. Okay? And so I can solve this for x by, basically I'm going to factor this. So let's subtract the 2 over, so now I have negative 5, or minus 5. We should be getting a little bit faster with factoring, especially when our coefficient in front of the x squared term is just a 1. So both of these have an x. Things that multiply to be 5 are 5 and 1. The 1's got to be negative, or something has to be negative, not necessarily the 1. One value needs to be negative. So now I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. So x plus 1 equals 0 gives me x equals negative 1 as one of my values for x. And x minus 5 equals 0 gives me x equals 5 for another value. Okay. So if I replace this replace the p of x as my exponent, then I need the same bases, and then the exponents must be equivalent to each other. Now you could have done logarithms as well. If you added a log to both sides to bring down the exponent in front, you could do that, and you'd end up getting basically this equation right here. You'd get this part. Okay. If you add a log to both sides and divide by a log of 2, you get that equation. So either way, if you change it to the same base, or if you use logarithms, you get 2 answers. X equals negative 1, x equals 5. You always want to double check that they work, so plug that back in, and I do get both answers are correct.